Have you ever had a dream where it felt real as hell and then you woke up and you're like, oh, it's just a dream. But then like years later, it actually happens? Yep, that happened to me one time, and that was a traumatic experience that I was stunned as hell when it happened, and I'm about to talk about it. I'm sure some of you have had dreams before and they actually happen. They say dreams come true. Well, this dream came true, and it came true back in middle school, and it's scarred me and my brother and my mom for life. So let's just dive right into it. Okay, so this story goes all the way back to first grade for me, whenever I woke up on a school night in the middle of the night after having a dream that my brother and I were playing outside near the road of our house, and we were playing with our little dump trucks and just chasing after each other. And then we ran out into the road, and I crossed the road, and he's chasing after me in his little dump truck like, oh, I'm gonna get you. That's the face he was giving me as I was like fucking looking back at him, like whenever he comes across the road, and all of a sudden, wham! Just comes flying in a fucking car, just destroys him. Fucking scared me half to death. I woke up and I was fucking crying. Little first grade me saw that shit in my dream, and I was fucking crying. I had to go wake my mom up, my dad up, and they had to take me to my brother's bedroom and show me him that he was still alive and still sleeping, because it scarred the hell out of me. Like for a whole week, like it scared me. Like I was so upset. Alright, so skip 3 years later, whenever I'm in 4th grade and my brother's in 1st grade. This is by the time we're in the Christmas break, holidays. You're fixing to be out for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it was. And so you're getting ready, you're having all these plans, you can't wait for Christmas, get some presents, and so we're getting ready to leave school, right? This was the last day of school before the Christmas break. Me and my friend Cody, we were going to go hang out somewhere, and we got signed out of school. Me and my brother did, along with Cody. We all got signed out. We were gonna leave and go home, and we were just gonna go raise hell that weekend. And you know how some school events where right before Christmas they have like this little Christmas play or whatever? Like my school, we used to have like Christmas plays and stuff at the gym that a bunch of parents would come out to see their kids like perform for like a Christmas thing in like our gym or whatever. So there was like a bunch of people at this gym, in our gym, to watch all the little kids just performing like a school play, and we were all in it. And once the school play, like half the day of school was over, so once that thing was over, my mom signed me, Jacob, and Cody out, my best friend Cody. We were all just gonna leave and go home for the weekend. So of course, when there's like a bunch of people there for the school play, you had all kinds of parents, family members, and everything there. We're getting ready to leave, and mom actually had to park across the road because there was so many people parked in the parking lot that we had to go across the road to go get in the car. And as we're walking to the car's right across the road. We all can see it. It's my mom and Jacob walking hand in hand. Jacob's only in 1st grade, so he's still a little kid. Mom's holding his hand and everything, and they're walking in front of us while me and Cody are just standing in the back. And as we get to the road, like, we look both ways, like my mom and my brother, and we all look to the right, and there's this one car that's stopped in the middle of the road and is waving us on, and is like, come on, you can come and cross. And when my brother saw this, he just didn't even bother looking to the left that's coming on the left side of the road, and he just walks right out in front of the car that's coming and just gets fucking nailed. Like, I didn't even see the car. Like, I didn't even look to the left yet. I was too busy looking at the car to the right because, like, that car was just stopped right there. And all of a sudden, like, once I see that guy is waving us on, like, I look back at my mom and Jacob, and I see Jacob just getting fucking clobbered by this damn car. And of course, when it hits him, it fucking throws him back, and he falls on the ground, like, right in front of us. And then my mom just drops to her knees and starts yelling, just yelling for somebody to call for help, call the police, call the ambulance. Like, she was fucking yelling. And luckily, there was a bunch of people, like, actually around us and actually saw it and was running to get help and calling people, because at the time, me and Cody, we were just standing there just froze. We didn't even do anything. Like, the whole time, me and Cody were just standing there like, like the entire time, me and Cody were just standing there like, what the fuck? And eventually there got to be a bunch of people just standing there, and they were just trying to help him, like help my brother, because he was just freaking crying. My mom was crying. There was a bunch of people trying to get help, and the lady that hit him was crying. Like, it was freaking terrible. Eventually the ambulance gets there and it loads my brother and my mom up in the ambulance, and there's this, I don't even remember who it was. It was just some random person in a car. I think it was one of our teachers that told me and Cody that we're just standing there all by ourselves just to get into this one car in the back of the car. Like, we didn't even know this lady that well, and when we got into the car, there was people running up to us and was like, oh my god, are you okay? What the heck happened? Like, we were just like, we don't know, like, a car hit him. We didn't even see the car. Like, the whole time, me and Cody were just so blown away at what happened. We didn't even talk, like, the whole time because we were just shocked that that happened right in front of us. So eventually this teacher lady takes us up to the hospital, and when we get up there, they wave us onto the back area where they have Jacob in the hospital in the bedroom. And when we get in the bedroom, I'm shocked to see what I'm seeing. So as we get to the hospital, they wave us on to the back area because that's our family that was involved in that one incident at the school. So we go all the way to the back, alright? This lady that works in the hospital opens the door and lets us in. Me and Cody come walking in, and I see my mom sitting there in the bed, and my brother's just sitting in the chair next to her. And my first reaction when I get to Jacob, I'm like, are you okay? And Jacob just gives me this big stupid grin and looks up at me. And so he's like fucking 6 years old or something. I'm having to be like, I mean, you're not hurt, nothing's wrong, you just got a cut on your hand, like, is that it?
Yeah, I don't know, it hit my hand and it threw me backwards, and I'm fine.
And when I hear that, it's like, praise God, like, he's fine and he ain't hurt. But then I look at my mom and she's just passed out in the bed. And I look over at Jacob, I'm like, Jacob, is she okay? And Jacob just shrugs his shoulders, he don't know what's wrong with her. And then, like, mom's just sitting there, like, passed out in the bed, just like acting like she's fucking dying. The wreck apparently caused her so much shock that she ended up passing out, and she was just shaking whenever she woke back up. When she woke back up, she was just shaking, scared. It scared the crap out of her that her youngin' nearly just died right there in front of her. Like, I was in shock too, but like, I just stood there and just kind of was just like, the whole time, like, I was just like, what the hell? I remember telling Cody this. I was just like, Cody, I had a dream back in first grade. You remember me telling you back that like 3 years ago, like that my brother got hit by a car? That's the exact same thing that happened, but the thing like that happened, it was just like, wow. Like, I thought it was just crazy. Like, at the time when we were young little kids, we always thought dreams came true. Like, we always thought that, like, there's nightmares that come true, there's dreams that come true, and there's some that don't. But, like, when we were little kids, when we first heard that slogan, and then some of the dreams that we had actually came true, we were scared to death if we had, like, a really bad dream, because there was one time I had a dream a dinosaur was chasing me, and I was afraid when I was little that I was gonna actually have a dinosaur fucking chasing me. But no, when you're a little kid and you actually have dreams, and you hear the slogan, like, dreams come true, and you actually have a dream, you're freaking scared if that dream's gonna come true or not. Sometimes you're wanting that dream to come true, and it's a really awesome dream, but there's some dreams, especially when I was little, I had a bunch of nightmares, and I was scared that them dreams were gonna come true. And especially when that dream happened, and that dream actually came true, forever I was starstruck about having one. Eventually my mom came to, and she actually got where she could actually stand on her own 2 feet, and she was able to go home. And my mom was sick for a week. Like, we wasn't able to actually go home like we were going to. Me and Cody were gonna go to my house and just hang out and do a bunch of stuff, but instead we had to go to his house and just hang out for the weekend because my mom was a mess. Like, we couldn't even be going over to our house because it was she was just sick for a whole week because of that. And Jacob was just fine. He only had a slight little cut on his hand, and He was lucky he didn't get nailed right and dead in the middle. Like, he's lucky it threw him backwards and he didn't get nailed full force right there in the front of it. So moral of the story, look both ways before crossing the road. My brother nearly died because of it. So yeah.